When I press this switch, watch both these boards. They are not on the same network. They don't even know the other one exists. If you need, you can add dozens of these boards. This is known as ESP-NOW, possible only on ESP devices. Now imagine doing it over Wi-Fi. All boards need to be on the same network. You need a router, which is a single node of failure point. Now imagine tens of machines on the factory floor are talking to their sensors over this Wi-Fi network. The Wi-Fi router will be suffocated and the network is about to collapse. In ESP now, let's see what is under the hood. Normal Wi-Fi goes through full stack, joins your network, get handed an IP address. Wrap every packet in TCP or UDP. ESP now skips almost all of it. It rides on the same radio, but it talks at the MAC layer using chip's MAC address. This is the only identity that matters. No IP address, no handshake, no router in the loop. And the broadcast address is used here. That is the real MAC layer broadcast. The same concept your router uses. I am using it differently. Wiring is simple. On transmitter side, there is a switch connected between pin 4 and ground. No external pull-up required. There is internal pull-up available. On the receiver, LED is connected to GPIO 21 to ground through a current limiting resistor. Both transmitter and receiver code are available in the GitHub. Link is in the description. Alright, this is the same demo we saw in the beginning, but now you know what is happening inside. Before you go and build, there are few more things worth knowing. The 4 reasons I reach for ESP-NOW over Wi-Fi. First one, it needs zero infrastructure. As you know, we don't need any Wi-Fi router to make the network. The boards talks each other directly. Second, it is very fast. There is single digit millisecond latency. If you check Wi-Fi, 200 to 300 millisecond latency when it is especially driven over cloud. Third one and my favorite one. The receiver can be sitting in deep sleep mode and ESP-NOW still wake up, catch the data packet. This is a huge benefit if the device is battery operated. Fourth one, it's dead simple. No DHCP, no reconnect logic, and no late night debugs. One thing to note, now we used the broadcast address, so every receiver receives the same information. If you think of a specific device, you need to switch to unicast, that you need the MAC address of that specific device, and you need to add it as a non-peer. Let's take that as a separate video. Full code of both transmitter and receiver are linked in the below Git link. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. Consider subscribing the channel. Do you want to know how to connect a switch to a GPIO in the right way? Watch this video.